begins in 1838 in the salt-sprayed town of Dunbar, Scotland. A boy named John Muir watches the waves, a restless spirit trapped in a world of iron and hard labor. In 1849, he crosses the Atlantic to the wilderness of Wisconsin. He is a genius of machines, a master of clocks and wood. He builds inventions that wake the sleeper, gears that never skip a beat. But in 1867, in a factory in Indianapolis, a sharp tool pierces his eye. Darkness falls. For weeks he lies in a room of shadows, fearing he will never see the light again. He makes a vow to the Creator. If my sight returns, I will turn my back on the inventions of men and dedicate my life to the inventions of God. The light returns, and John Muir walks out of the factory, out of the city, and into the soul of the world. He begins to walk 1,000 miles from Kentucky to the Gulf of Mexico, with no map but the stars and a notebook in his pocket. He catches a ship to San Francisco in 1868. When he lands, he asks a passerby for the nearest way out of town. "Where do you want to go?" They ask, he replies, "Anywhere that is wild." He finds his way to the Yosemite Valley. He sees the granite walls of El Capitan and the thundering white lace of the falls. He does not see a resource to be mined. He sees a cathedral. He spends his nights on the high peaks tucked into the needles of the ponderosa pines. He studies the rocks, while the scientists of his time claim the valley was formed by a cataclysm. Muir sees the truth in the scratches on the stone. He proves that glaciers, ancient rivers of ice, carved this temple over millions of years. He becomes the voice of the mountains. He writes with a pen dipped in sunlight and storm. He tells the world that climb the mountains and get their good tidings. But the sheep are devouring the meadows, and the loggers are eyeing the giants. In 1892, he founds the Sierra Club to protect the range of light. Then, in 1903, the most powerful man in the country comes calling. President Theodore Roosevelt arrives in Yosemite. Muir leads him away from the crowds, away from the banquets. They sleep on a bed of pine needles under the stars of Mariposa Grove. They wake up covered in a light dusting of snow. For 3 days, the prophet and the president talk of the future. Muir convinces the Rough Rider that some places are too sacred for the axe. Because of those 3 nights, the National Forest Service is born. Millions of acres are saved for the children of the future. But the wild is never truly safe. The final battle breaks his heart. The city of San Francisco wants to dam the Hitched Valley, a twin to Yosemite, to provide water for its faucets. Muir fights with everything he has. He cries out, "Damn Hitched!" As well, dam for water tanks, the people's cathedrals and churches. For years, the struggle consumes the nation. In 1913, the bill is signed, the valley is flooded. The temple is drowned. John Muir passes away a year later in 1914, some say from a broken heart. But his defeat becomes his greatest victory. The loss of Hitched sparks a flame of outrage that spreads across the continent. It leads to the creation of the National Park Service in 1916. The world realizes, too late for Hitched, that once the wild is gone, no amount of money can buy it back. Today his name is written on the glaciers he loved and the woods that bear his name. But his true monument is the silence of the high peaks. He taught us that going to the woods is going home. He showed us that we are not separate from nature. We are woven into its fabric. He was a man who saw the divine in a blade of grass and the eternal in a block of ice. In a world of concrete and speed, his voice calls us back to the trail. He reminds us that everybody needs beauty as well as bread. As the glaciers melt and the summers burn, we need the spirit of the wild saint more than ever. Look at the redwoods. Feel the spray of the falls. The mountains are calling, and we must go for the wild, for the granite, for John.